This video is inspired by the comments and discussions that are happening around Lizzie's video called "Is YouTube Unhealthy? You Decide?" and also draws from the study of memetics started by Richard Dawkins in 1976 in his book The Selfish Gene. Go check it out. So basically in the comments of Lizzie's video, she talked about the idea that some YouTubers feel intimidated by others and don't pull apart their ideas quite as often just because they are a popular YouTuber and therefore know what they're talking about. I am, of course, paraphrasing. What I drew from that comment is basically that the ideas and trends set by these popular YouTubers continue to perpetuate just because they have such high charisma. And people will go along with those trends and ideas simply because the YouTuber is charismatic. The problem being is that not every time does someone take the idea and really think through and actually adopt it as their own. They just blindly follow. I'm not saying that happens all the time, I'm just saying that there is a tendency towards it. So say for instance there's this idea that everyone can be accepted for who they are, and thus the nerdfighter community is built. And while that's a great idea, sometimes when people adopt and think about that idea, they distort it. And then they take that distorted idea and attach it to another idea like Post Secret and come up with something like Nerdfighter Secrets, which is sometimes a hateful community, and thus has nothing to do with the original idea, Nerdfighters. If you accept the theory of memetics and the theory of evolution, then you understand that the two are co-related. Memes pass from one person to another and evolve. We should also concede that sometimes memes will take a big leap in order to test out evolution. That evolutionary process explains things like fundamentalism to me. Now sure, I know I'm taking a big leap here, but go with me a little bit. If an idea needs to be the fittest to survive, then it needs to figure out what the limits are. So it takes the good idea and pushes it as far as it can go. And if it doesn't work, then other ideas will come in and take it out. This explains things like the Nazi reign and war, but also explains how good ideas can stick around, like, you know, loving each other and treating each other with respect and not subjugating each other to slavery. Those are all memes that have survived because they've got the right makeup to make it. So in answer to the question, is YouTube unhealthy? I think that no, it's not unhealthy. It's just a means of transport for memes. Say that 5 times fast. And that memes, just like genes, are sometimes good and sometimes bad. The bad ones just need to be filtered out. That's all. One of the great things about YouTube is that we get to see those memes lived out very quickly. And because information is passing so quickly in the world today, the life cycle of a meme is very, very short. At least the life cycle of a bad one. So, basically, I think that if YouTube is unhealthy right now, it won't take long for us to filter out that unhealthiness. Of course, this is another area where I just don't have any idea. Richard Dawkins is way too heady for me. So if you have any better ideas, let's talk about them in the comments. Bye! My observation is that right versus wrong just never really works. Okay, take that back. It works in one instance. Math equations. But even then, that only works in non-theoretical mathematics, and some mathematicians would argue that non-theoretical mathematics aren't actually mathematics. Silly math nerds.